Hello everyone, and welcome back to Romance Rewind Stories. Before we dive into today's incredible story, I have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying these heartwarming tales, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. It's quick, it's free, and it's the best way to support us in bringing you more emotional romance stories. And here's something I'd love to know. Where are you watching from today? Drop your city or country in the comments below. I always enjoy seeing our amazing community from around the world. Oh, and if this story touches your heart, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps us grow and reach more people who love these kinds of tales. Now let's get into today's story. She showed up on blind date, covered in mud. Millionaire almost left until he saw her eyes. Sterling Nash sat at the corner table of La Perle, one of Manhattan's most exclusive restaurants, checking his watch for the third time in 5 minutes. His blind date was 20 minutes late, and his patience, never particularly abundant, was wearing dangerously thin. At 38, Sterling had built Nash Technologies into a $9 billion empire through precision, efficiency, and an absolute intolerance for tardiness. He valued his time above almost everything else, which made agreeing to this blind date increasingly feel like a mistake. His assistant had set it up. "You need to get out more, Mr. Nash. Meet people who aren't investors or board members. Live a little." And Sterling had reluctantly agreed. But sitting here alone, drawing curious glances from other diners, he was regretting that decision. He was about to signal for the check and leave when the restaurant door burst open with such force that several people turned to look. A woman stumbled in, breathing hard, and Sterling's first thought was that she must be in the wrong place. She was covered, absolutely covered in mud. It streaked her face, matted her blonde hair, and coated her clothes so thoroughly that Sterling couldn't even tell what she'd been wearing underneath. She looked around the restaurant frantically, her eyes scanning the tables, and when her gaze landed on Sterling, she visibly relaxed with relief. "Oh, thank God," she breathed, hurrying toward him. "You're still here. I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm Meadow Rivers, your date. Well, our date, the blind date. I'm rambling. I do that when I'm nervous. And I'm covered in mud, which is probably making you want to run, which I completely understand." "What happened to you?" Sterling interrupted, unable to process the sight before him. She was a disaster, an absolute disaster, and yet when he looked past the mud, past the chaos, into her eyes, bright green and filled with genuine distress and embarrassment, something unexpected happened. He didn't want to leave. "I hit a dog," Meadow said, her voice breaking slightly. "I was driving here, running a little late because I changed my outfit 3 times, which doesn't matter now since this is ruined, and this dog ran into the street. I swerved to miss it and went into a ditch. The dog was fine, thank God, but my car is definitely not fine. And I was trying to help push it out with some people who stopped, which is how I ended up looking like a swamp creature. And then I ran here because I didn't want to just not show up. But now I'm thinking maybe not showing up would have been better than showing up like this." She stopped abruptly, seeming to realize she'd been talking non-stop. Sterling stared at her, trying to reconcile what he was hearing with what he was seeing. "You hit a dog, your car went into a ditch, and instead of canceling, you ran here covered in mud to make our date. I know it sounds insane. It is insane. But I didn't have your number to cancel, and I thought standing you up would be worse than showing up looking like I lost a fight with a mud pit. Which, for the record, I did lose that fight. Badly." Despite himself, Sterling felt the corners of his mouth twitch. "You lost a fight with a mud pit. Spectacularly. Look, I completely understand if you want to leave. This is possibly the worst first impression in the history of first impressions. I wanted to apologize in person rather than just disappearing. That seemed like the right thing to do." Sterling studied her more carefully. Beneath the mud, He could see someone who'd clearly made an effort before disaster struck. There was mascara smudged around her eyes, remnants of makeup that had survived the ordeal. Her earrings, small silver hoops, were still in place. And her eyes, those remarkably green eyes, held such genuine mortification mixed with self-deprecating humor that Sterling found himself intrigued rather than appalled. "Sit down," he said, surprising himself. "What? Sit down? You're making a scene standing there dripping mud on their floor, which I suspect is going to result in a cleaning fee I'll have to pay, but at this point, we might as well commit to the chaos." Meadow stared at him like he'd grown a second head. "You want me to sit down? Here, looking like this? You ran here to make our date despite being covered in mud. The least I can do is actually have the date, though perhaps we should relocate somewhere less." He glanced around the pristine restaurant, where other diners were definitely staring now. "Formal. You're joking. I rarely joke. Meadow, you could have cancelled. You could have gone home, cleaned up, and sent an apologetic text tomorrow. Instead, you showed up looking like you wrestled a swamp monster because you didn't want to stand me up. That's either impressively dedicated or completely insane." "Probably both," Meadow admitted, sliding carefully into the chair across from him, trying not to get mud on the expensive upholstery. "Sterling Nash, right? My friend Rachel set this up. She works in your HR department." "Rachel Chen. Yes, she's been trying to set me up for months. Apparently my social life is concerningly non-existent. Mine too. I spend most of my time at the veterinary clinic where I work. Rachel thought we'd be a good match because we're both hopeless workaholics who need to get out more. Her words, not mine. You're a veterinarian? Vet tech. I'm working on my DVM degree part-time, but it's slow going while working full-time, which explains why I swerved to avoid the dog. Occupational hazard. I can't not save animals." "And you're sure the dog was okay?" "Positive. A golden retriever, totally fine, very confused about why this crazy lady was screaming and swerving. His owner came running out and was extremely apologetic. Nice people. Their dog is lucky I was the one who almost hit him instead of someone who wouldn't have swerved," Sterling signaled to a waiter. "We're going to need the check, please. And possibly a towel." "Right. Of course. I'll go. Thank you for being so understanding about this disaster. We're leaving together," Sterling clarified. "There's a diner 3 blocks from here. Much more forgiving of mud-covered patrons, I imagine. We can actually have our date there." Meadow's eyes widened. "You still want to have the date?" "Meadow, you literally fought with mud to get here. I'm curious enough about someone that dedicated to at least buy you dinner." I don't know if "fought with mud" is the right description. The mud won, decisively. Sterling found himself smiling, an actual genuine smile, which his assistant would have been shocked to witness. "Then let's go somewhere the mud's victory won't result in us being asked to leave." The diner, Mike's 24-hour, was exactly the kind of place that wouldn't bat an eye at a mud-covered patron. The waitress took one look at Meadow and just said, "Rough day, honey?" "You have no idea," Meadow replied, sliding into a booth with obvious relief. Sterling sat across from her, and for the first time got a good look at her face. She was beautiful, he realized. Even covered in mud with mascara streaking down her cheeks, there was something luminous about her. Her smile was warm and self-deprecating. Her eyes sparkled with humor despite the obvious embarrassment. And there was an authenticity to her that Sterling rarely encountered in his world of carefully curated images and strategic relationships. "So," Meadow said, accepting the stack of napkins the waitress brought over and attempting to clean her face. "Tell me about yourself, Sterling Nash, and please, feel free to share normal things. Things that don't involve car accidents or mud wrestling. Set a good example for me. I run a tech company, Nash Technologies. We focus on cybersecurity and data protection." "Sounds important. And boring." Sorry, that came out wrong. I'm sure it's fascinating when you explain it properly. I'm a disaster right now. My filter is gone along with my dignity. Sterling laughed, actually laughed out loud, which almost never happened. It can be boring, but it pays well, and it's what I'm good at. What about you? Why veterinary medicine? Meadow's entire face lit up. I grew up on a farm in Vermont. We had horses, goats, chickens, the works. I spent my childhood following our vet around, asking a million questions. She was so patient with me, teaching me about animal care, letting me help with simple things. I knew by the time I was 10 that I wanted to do what she did, help animals. So you're working on your degree while working full-time? Yeah. It's slow, but I'm determined. I have about 2 more years before I can take my licensing exam. Then I want to open my own practice, maybe something mobile that serves rural areas where access to vet care is limited. Sterling found himself genuinely engaged in a way he hadn't been with anyone in months. That's admirable. Most people wouldn't take on that much at once. Most people are smarter than me, Meadow said with a self-deprecating smile. But I'm stubborn. My mom says I get it from my dad, who once spent 3 years rebuilding a barn mostly by himself because he was too stubborn to admit it was too big a project. Stubbornness can be an asset. I built my company on refusing to accept no or impossible. Look at us bonding over our shared character flaw. Meadow paused her cleaning efforts, which had mostly just smeared the mud around. Can I ask you something? Of course. Why are you still here? I mean, really, you could have politely excused yourself from the restaurant. You're a billionaire CEO. I'm sure you have better things to do than eat diner food with someone who looks like they lost a fight with a compost pile. Sterling considered the question seriously. Honestly? Because you showed up. You could have given up, gone home, pretended this never happened. Instead, you ran here covered in mud because you didn't want to stand me up. That kind of integrity is rare. And he paused, realizing he was about to admit something he rarely acknowledged. And I can't remember the last time someone surprised me. You did, in the best possible way. Meadow's cheeks flushed pink beneath the mud. That might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me, showing up to a date looking like a disaster. How many dates have you shown up to covered in mud? This is my first. I'm hoping it's also my last, but with my luck, who knows? They ordered food, burgers and fries, comfort food that felt appropriate for the surreal situation, and talked for 3 hours straight. Sterling learned that Meadow had 2 older brothers who still worked the family farm, that she missed Vermont but loved the energy of the city, that she cried during animal movies no matter how many times she'd seen them. Meadow learned that Sterling had built his company from his college dorm room, that his parents had thought he was crazy for dropping out of Stanford, that he'd proven them wrong, but still sometimes wondered if the success had been worth the isolation it brought. I don't have many friends, Sterling admitted at one point, surprising himself with the honesty. Business acquaintances, yes. People who want something from me, plenty. But actual friends? People who like me for who I am rather than what I can do for them? That's rare. I get that, Meadow said softly. It's different for me. I'm not rich or powerful, but working as much as I do, going to school, trying to build toward this future goal, I don't have a lot of time for socializing. Rachel is basically my only friend who isn't a co-worker, which is why I said yes to this blind date, even though the idea terrified me. It terrified you? Completely. I changed my outfit 3 times, which is why I was running late even before the dog incident. I was so nervous about meeting you. Rachel showed me your picture, and I thought, there's no way this successful, handsome guy is going to be interested in someone like me. And then I showed up covered in mud, which kind of proved my point. Meadow, Sterling said seriously, leaning forward. You're wrong. About what? About me not being interested. I'm very interested. Mud and all. Meadow's breath caught. Really? Really? You're genuine, passionate about your work, dedicated enough to fight your way through a mud pit to make a date. Those qualities are far more attractive than any outfit could be. Even though I look like a swamp creature? Although, Sterling glanced at his watch, surprised to see it was nearly 11 p.m. Maybe we should get you home so you can actually clean up properly. I'm sure you're uncomfortable. I'm definitely uncomfortable. But I've been having such a good time, I kind of forgot about the mud, which is saying something because there's mud in places mud should never be. Sterling laughed again, the third or fourth time that evening, which might have been a record. Come on, let me get you home. Where do you live? Brooklyn, but Sterling, you don't have to. I want to. Besides, your car is in a ditch. How exactly were you planning to get home? I was going to take the subway. Looking like this, it would have been a whole new level of disaster. Then it settled. My driver is outside. We'll get you home safely. In the car, Sterling's black Mercedes with leather seats that Meadow was extremely worried about ruining, they continued talking about everything and nothing. Books they'd read, movies they loved, dreams they'd given up on, and dreams they were still chasing. When they pulled up to Meadow's modest apartment building in Brooklyn, Sterling found himself not wanting the night to end. This was the strangest first date I've ever had, Meadow said, hesitating before getting out of the car, and somehow also the best. Thank you for not running away when you saw me. Thank you for showing up. Meadow, I'd like to see you again, without the mud, ideally. Would you be interested in dinner this weekend, somewhere where your appearance is less likely to cause a scene? Are you sure? Because I feel like I should warn you. I'm kind of a disaster even without car accidents. I spill things. I trip over my own feet. I laugh too loudly. I'm not exactly the sophisticated type who usually dates billionaire CEOs. Good. I've dated the sophisticated type. They're exhausting. I'd much rather date someone real. Meadow smiled, and even with mud still streaking her face, it was the most beautiful smile Sterling had ever seen. Then yes, I'd love to have dinner with you this weekend. I promise to arrive mud-free. I'll hold you to that. Friday? 7 p.m.? Friday at 7. I'll write it down immediately so I don't forget. And Sterling? Yes? Thanks for staying. For giving me a chance even though I showed up looking like I'd been dropped in a swamp. Not a lot of people would have done that. Most people would have missed out then. Good night, Meadow. Good night, Sterling. Sterling watched her walk into her building, mud-covered but smiling, and realized he was already looking forward to Friday in a way he hadn't looked forward to anything personal in years. His assistant was right. He did need to get out more, meet people who weren't investors or board members. And if those people showed up covered in mud because they'd fought with a ditch to make a date, even better. 6 months later, Sterling sat in the same booth at Mike's 24-hour diner, watching Meadow animatedly tell the waitress, who'd become a friend over their many visits, about her latest case at the vet clinic. They'd been inseparable since that first disastrous date. Sterling had rearranged his schedule to have dinner with Meadow at least 3 times a week. He'd attended her study groups, bringing coffee and encouragement. She'd accompanied him to business events, charming his colleagues with her genuine warmth and complete lack of pretension. "You look happy," the waitress, Diane, observed, refilling Sterling's coffee. "Both of you, it's nice to see." "I am happy," Sterling replied, and meant it. For the first time in years, maybe ever, he was genuinely happy. Not just successful or accomplished. Happy. Meadow slid back into the booth, grinning. "Diane says we're her favorite customers. She's rooting for us. She's not the only one. My assistant asks about you every day. I think she's more invested in this relationship than I am." "That's because I'm delightful, and I bring homemade cookies to the office when I visit. Rachel especially loves my chocolate chip recipe. You are delightful, even when you're not bringing cookies, though the cookies don't hurt." Meadow reached across the table to take his hand, a gesture that had become natural over the past 6 months. Sterling, can I tell you something? Always. That first night, covered in mud, I thought for sure you'd take one look at me and leave. I almost didn't even go into the restaurant. Almost just went home and pretended the whole thing never happened. I'm glad you didn't. Me too. Because that was the night I met the best thing that's ever happened to me. You make me want to be braver, work harder, dream bigger. You believe in me in ways I'm still learning to believe in myself. Sterling felt his chest tighten with emotion. Meadow, you're the one who changed everything. Before you, my life was all work and loneliness disguised as success. You showed me what actually matters. Connection, joy. Someone to share things with who sees me, not just what I've built. We're good together, aren't we? We're perfect together. And Meadow? Yeah? Sterling pulled a small box from his pocket, watching Meadow's eyes go wide. I know we've only been together 6 months. I know that might seem fast, but I've never been more certain of anything in my life. You're it for me, the person I want to have breakfast with every morning and dinner with every night. The person I want to support through vet school and celebrate with when you open that mobile practice. The person I want to build a life with. Meadow Rivers, will you marry me? Meadow's hands flew to her mouth, tears streaming down her face. Happy tears, Sterling noted with relief. You're proposing here, at Mike's. I'm proposing here because this is where our real first date happened, where you showed up covered in mud and I fell for you anyway. It felt right. Sterling, yes, of course, yes, I love you so much. Sterling slid the ring onto her finger, an emerald surrounded by diamonds, the same color as her eyes, and kissed her to the applause of the other diners and Diane's enthusiastic cheering. You know what this means, right? Meadow said when they finally broke apart, both grinning like idiots. Our wedding story is going to be, we met on a blind date where I showed up covered in mud. I can't think of a better story. It's uniquely us. Disastrous and perfect in equal measure. I'm going to call Rachel and tell her she was right. She's going to be so insufferably smug about this. Let her be smug. She gave me you. I'll tolerate any amount of smugness. Diane brought over celebratory pie on the house and took photos of them with the ring, promising to frame one for the diner wall. Love story of the century, she declared. The billionaire and the mud-covered vet tech. It's like a romance novel. Better than a romance novel, Sterling said, looking at Meadow with absolute certainty. Because it's real. 2 years later on their wedding day, Sterling stood at the altar of a small Vermont chapel near Meadow's family farm, watching his bride walk down the aisle in a simple white dress, radiant and mud-free. During his vows, he said, Meadow, you showed up to our first date covered in mud, and I almost left before seeing you. Thank God I stayed. Thank God I looked past the disaster to see the incredible woman underneath. You've taught me that the best things in life aren't pristine or perfect. They're messy and real and worth fighting through ditches for. I promise to always see you, always choose you, and always stay, even when life gets muddy. Meadow's vows were simpler. Sterling, you stayed when anyone else would have run. You saw potential when I just saw disaster. You chose real over perfect, messy over polished. That's what love is, choosing each other, mud and all. I promise to keep showing up for you, for us, every single day. Hopefully without the mud, but I make no guarantees. The congregation laughed, and Sterling pulled Meadow close, kissing her to enthusiastic applause. Because sometimes the best love stories start with disasters, mud-covered blind dates, ruined outfits, and first impressions that should have sent people running. But when you look past the surface, past the chaos, to see the person underneath, that's when you find something real, something worth staying for, something worth building a forever around. And that's where our story ends today. What did you think? Did Sterling and Meadow's story of muddy disasters becoming beautiful love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Sterling and Meadow's story of muddy disasters becoming beautiful love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Sterling and Meadow's story of muddy disasters becoming beautiful love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Sterling and Meadow's story of muddy disasters becoming beautiful love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Sterling and Meadow's story of muddy disasters becoming beautiful love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Sterling and Meadow's story of muddy disasters becoming beautiful love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Sterling and Meadow's story of muddy disasters becoming beautiful love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Sterling and Meadow's story of muddy disasters becoming beautiful love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story.